Hello and welcome to our live coverage of East Belfast Seconds versus Queen's Grad Seconds. An absolute belter today, Sam.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one. A little bit of a kick clash with the orange and blue with the red, white and black, but nothing we shouldn't be able to deal with in commentary.
Well, number 9 looks to get us underway here. Just tying up his shoelaces there, but the referee is blowing his whistle when we're off as East Belfast play it out wide.
Right back's going to look to lump the ball forward. He does towards the number 10. It's well intercepted. Number 8 has picked up the ball. Great composure on the spin there. Plays a nice ball out wide. Looks to be caught on by the right back, but it is well intercepted. But it looks like Queen's Grads will take the throw in.
One of the sides has certainly got their main ball boy out in action today as they look to get the balls back on the field as quick as possible.
Yeah, Jose Mourinho would be impressed. I do want to just make one comment. I'm a little bit afraid for those either substitutes or spectators, as they do appear to be caged in over there. I'm not quite sure there's an exit for them, but let's hope by the end of the game they make it out okay.
Well, the ball is with Queen's Grads as they look to get forward with number 10.
Number 10,
That's fantastic
great bit of skill.
As he looks to get it into the area, but it's lumped away from the ball defender there. Number 8 comes away with the ball. It's good skill, good composure from him, but it's number 6. That is fantastic as he works it back out to number 8.
It's offside though. Good move there. I'm really impressed by the number 8 so far. Looks to have great composure on the ball. Belfast keeper ready to get us back underway here.
Well, it's lumped up the field there from the Belfast goalkeeper. A good kick indeed, and it's headed on by the striker, but away again from Queen's Grads. A bit of head tennis here as it happens. The ball cannot be kept on the floor, but looks like it might be here as the fullback returns to the goalkeeper. Let's try that again. Ooh,
bit of a risky pass from the fullback, but he does get his manager's approval there, so number 8 there battling again, as we've seen many times before.
I think it's going to become a favourite of ours, that number 8. He looks very good in the middle of the park.
I will just make a comment there. The wind did appear to hold that one up, so I think that's going to play a big factor in this one, especially for East Belfast looking to attack from left to right in this first half.
Yeah, it could have an impact on the amount of goals scored in this game. Hopefully, it just values the entertainment.
Number 11 there, and with the interception, more interception comes shot there, but it doesn't trouble the Queen's Grad goalkeeper in goal.
Absolutely audacious from 11, but not quite enough to get it in the back of the net. There's number 7 deflects it out for a Belfast throw-in on the left side.
I will apologise, I have misquoted the goalkeeper there. That was the Belfast keeper that was not troubled. So yes, the kick clash coming in. Maybe we were wrong at the start. Maybe this will be a problem. Hopefully not.
Well, we hope not, because the East Belfast goalkeeper is obviously in black, and I haven't actually caught a glimpse of the Queen's Grads goalkeeper yet.
No, we haven't, have we?
Here is East Belfast.
Great ball over the top, well taken down.
And a lovely
that's excellent.
Ball there.
Just over here. Oh, there we see the Queen's Grad goalkeeper. He is in grey. So
and second of all, there we see the ultras behind the goal.
Oof. How many are there?
5,
6, 7? God.
Do you reckon I reckon they're the away supporters at the Queen's
I think that could
guys.
be.
Yeah. Good to see that we've got some supporters.
Although East Belfast are shooting down that end, so they could be fans of East Belfast standing behind the goal, waiting to see all the goals their team are going to score. But it is Queen's Grads here. It's number 7 looks to keep the ball in. Nicely delivered, but headed away. Should look to shield this out for a throw. Yep, he does.
Oh, and a scuffle there on the sideline.
I think the ref might have a word here. No, he seems to be letting it slide. He's got a long throw coming in from Queen's Grads.
Oh, and it's
delivered back in, cleared away again. Number 11 in there with a brave header. Number 9, it's a poor attempt really, isn't it? Not much more he could do there, but maybe could have taken another touch and laid it off to one of his teammates.
Definitely could have stayed composed. I mean, he could have taken some.
Just like this kid on the sidelines there, that was more composure.
Absolutely, but
talking of composure, keeper, what are you doing there?
The ball is certainly out of play once more as the ball boy picks it up and returns to the Queen's Grads number 5. He will step up to take the throw in here. Yeah, it's been a bit of a sticky start, I guess. We haven't really seen many sequences of play.
No, I think the ball has been in the air more than it has been on the floor.
Yeah,
but that is part and parcel of Sunday League, I guess. So
could be a regular occurrence in this game, but we hope not, and we hope that the ball will remain on the ground for the majority of it. But a good through ball there doesn't quite reach a man in the final third as the Belfast goalkeeper picks it back up and gives it to his defender. It's returned again to the goalkeeper.
I have to say, Belfast are very confident playing it around the back. I hope that doesn't become a problem for them later on, because Queen's Grads are hot on the pressure. Again, the keeper. Distribution hasn't been quite up to scratch so far this game.
Absolutely not, and we hope that does change, because we don't want to see the East Belfast defence slip or become vulnerable because of the distribution from the back. But the ball's lumped up here.
This is what I'm talking about in the air. God, the wind has played a big part of that. I think that started off going over the halfway line and came back.
Absolutely. I mean, these East Belfast guys in the middle of the park, it's certainly difficult for them to judge where the ball's going to land after these goal kicks. It might be worth trying to play it along the floor.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to see more from the Belfast keeper, but so far he's still opted in for the long punt up top as number 2 is ready for us to take the throw in. Bit of a questionable throw in there. Thought I saw a bit of twisting of the hands there, but Belfast have won themselves in a free kick. Quite a nice position for them here. They could really look to make this into a troubling scenario for the Queen's Grad defence should a good ball be delivered into the box by number 4 here.
Well, we'll see the opening goal of the game.
Great skill from the kid on the sideline.
Whips
Even better delivery over the top. Oh, that is questionable for a push there in the box, but nothing doing there. And Queen's Grad's goalkeeper is ready to get us underway. I think he might have the benefit of the wind here. We can see the Union Jack in the background flapping quite hard. So it is clear that the wind is strong today.
Absolutely. And we just
definitely been carried on. Oh, it's a great touch in the middle of the park by number 10. I'm really liking this Belfast defence so far. Oh, it's an excellent challenge though.
Well, Belfast have come away with the ball as number 8 once again dispossesses the midfield, returning the ball to the Queen's Grad.
Great composure.
Number 11 on the left side here plays a ball through.
Delightful.
As the ball defender punts it back.
Number 5 there. Now we finally have a number for him. Oh, goalkeeper. I've already asked you about your distribution and you aren't improving. This is worrying times, and Queen's Grads must be thinking, God, if we put the pressure on here, we're in for a few today.
They can certainly take advantage of it. And here's number 3 with the throw in to number 8, who's a bit of a kind of orchestrator in the middle for them today. But number 3 whips it back in.
Great ball in. Oh, cleared again. I'll tell you what, Queen's Grad look dangerous from some of these crosses. Really, really impressed so far. If they can just beat the first man, I think they could be in for a few goals from those positions today.
Absolutely. I mean, I am quite impressed with the East Belfast defence. I think they look quite solid, but the goalkeeper is looking vulnerable at times.
Yeah, certainly with the ball at his feet. I don't think we'd want to see too much more of that, or as Belfast could be in trouble. Number 3's had his fair share of throws on this far side as number 8 flicks on. Cleared away again. Could be a quick counter-attack here as the winger looks to... Oh, great skill to take it past. I tell you what, he's gone up well there, Belfast, but I think the referee's pulled that back for a free kick for obstruction there. Maybe a little bit harsh, but we move on as Belfast looks to bring the ball away quicker. Number 7 is not happy with something on the sidelines.
Could it be to do with our, probably the man of the match in this game, the boy performing all these skills on the sideline? He might be.
I agree, yeah. Maybe he's told him keep these balls off the pitch.
Absolutely. That is a common problem in these Sunday League games. You know, you never know which ball's actually in play.
Number 8 flicks it on again there. Nothing doing, and it rolls through to the Belfast goalkeeper, who's happy to hold on to it. Let's see if his distribution has improved. Testing the ball there, making sure there's plenty of air in it as he punts it up the field.
Well, that's a fantastic kick.
That's a much better kick, but the wind
has played a major part.
I'm really hoping that we see some Belfast defenders come and offering some short balls here, because there's nothing doing in the air for him today, because that wind is wicked.
Well, it's an attempted through ball there, and it might be.
Oh, I think he's going to make that, you know.
The winger can make that. He has indeed.
He's
trying to trick
in
past number 3.
Can he deliver? Oh, he's still going with the tricks. Get the ball. Oh, it's poor, and the number 8 is there again to intercept, and the ball boy there again. I think that might be ball boy / gaffer, if I'm honest. But you know,
potentially, I think the 2 managers I've actually seen both of them, both hairless on the sideline, on the near side, but
maybe it's just a very encouraging ball boys there.
Absolutely, there's one of them.
Set up again. This wind is playing havoc. I'm not jealous at all of the Belfast keeper here. As a goalkeeper myself in Sunday League, I know just how bad the wind can have an effect, and so far I'm not impressed with his decision making. I feel like he really needs to get the ball down, as that is a nasty challenge there from Queen's Grads. It's a very dangerous position to be giving a free kick away. Let's just hope there's some real quality on this one.
Well, it's an inviting position for the set piece taker. I mean, I don't know if it's shooting distance, but I think he'll certainly have a go.
I don't see why not. We haven't really tested the Queen's Grads goalkeeper yet, as he does look to have a go, and that is a great save.
out for a corner. I think it's Belfast's first corner of the game so far.
It is, definitely.
The fans certainly looking enthused by what's going on.
I've got to say, I do think they are Belfast fans behind the goal. As we're ready to take the corner now. Queen's Grads look to be the taller of the two teams, so hopefully they'll be able to clear this way. Oh, wow! Straight in. Great header there. I think that was the number 4, was it? I'm not 100% sure.
Well, it's number 10. It's the centre forward who's managed to nod that one back into the net. It's 1-0 to East Belfast after Queen's Grad probably had the fair share of attacking possession.
Yeah, you'd have to say that is against the run of play. Oh, but here they go again there. No, the ref has pulled that back for a free kick. Well, is he going to get a card here?
You know what? He's reached for it,
isn't he?
I'm not awfully sure what that might be for. Is he
giving it? No, I don't think he has. I think he thought about it for a moment there, but decided against it as Queen Grads looked to get us back underway with a free kick on the halfway line.
Yeah, he certainly didn't want to rush into his pocket there. I mean, it would have been a bit of a harsh one to give a card away this early in the game for something that didn't look too testing.
No. This number 7 looks like a tricky little player on the side. Lovely ball up, but the number 3 sort of clears it.
Well, I think the number 3 for Queen's Grad, he got a player who's really an old-fashioned player. You know, he likes to get in between his man and the ball and try and get the balls cleared rather than kind of playing out from the back.
Number 8 looking to bring it forward again here. Oh, and he has sat down unintentionally his opponent, but it's a great covering from the Belfast centre-back.
Now, we really should try and encourage one of the coaches there to stop smoking, especially at the football, as he throws his cigarette onto the ground.
He must be the Queen's Grads coach, not impressed so far as his team are 1 down. Number 6, a lovely ball over to the number 9. I think he might get there. He does. He keeps it in just now, but the linesman has deemed that as having reached over the line.
Well, East Belfast now coming away with the ball.
Really starting to put some moves together. I think this left wing for them is going to be really dangerous so far. They look to be causing havoc on the Queen's Grads right back. He doesn't have a clue, does he? He's getting support there from the number 9.
Yeah, I mean the number 5 for Queen's Grads at right back. They're looking for support from the rest of his teammates as he's been skinned a few times now.
Tell you what, Queen's Grads are not happy with that decision by the ref, and I have to say I agree. Very soft there. Another very dangerous position. You'd have to say if the wind was in their favour, I would go for goal here, but unfortunately it's not.
Well, massive potential for a double for their scoreline here, and looks like they could double their lead if someone gets the head.
It's a great delivery. Oh, it's nearly gone all the way in. To the manager's disbelief, how has that not flown in the back of the net?
Inches away from the ball man's head there, but yeah, 1-0 still, and well, it's been an entertaining game so far.
Yeah, maybe with a bit more hair he would have gotten the end of that, but we can't complain.
Here we go, East Belfast pick the ball up again at number 9.
Ooh, they're rattled here, aren't they? Queen's Grads are rattled. Delightful cross into the box, but it's over everyone, and Queen's Grads can look to bring the ball away now. There's a bottle on the pitch, hoofed back up by Belfast. Oh, off the ball!
We'll just keep an eye on that one, but
it looks to be all in good gesture. No handbags today. Belfast, let's bring it away now on the wing. It's tricky, number 7.
Yeah, he looks very good on the ball. Keeps it very close.
He does.
Touch and he's delivered
one. So another great ball. I tell you what, that is a superb tackle by the Queen's Grad defender. East Belfast striker was just waiting to tap that in. Number 7 now, round his man. Has a shot. I tell you what, that's not a bad effort on the left foot. We've seen him predominantly use his right so far, so it's good to see he's got 2 feet in his locker.
Well, I tell you what, he's the Northern Irish Ryan Fraser on that right-hand side.
It's a great comparison now. I really
cut in on his left foot, and it's a good effort there. But obviously, he picked him out as a danger man from the off, and I agree with you.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see him on the score sheet later on today. I have to say, the tables have turned. East Grads look rattled at the moment, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think Queen's Grads going forward just haven't been quite as venomous as they were in the first 5 minutes, but it's certainly all East Belfast now.
Number 11 looks to pick up the ball here. I have to say there was a great opportunity for a through ball there, but he didn't quite take it as that one is overhit, and the Belfast keeper will do as he has done several times before. Hopefully this time. I think I've just seen a darting run from the right back there over to the side, making a short play. I'm presuming he's been picked up because that would be the obvious option for me, considering the wind as he hoofs the ball back up. That one looks to have got a little bit more length, hasn't held up as much in the wind.
Number 10 in the centre of the field, I think he's more of a shadow striker, but he's really playing for those long goal kicks, getting his head on just about everything in there.
He hasn't missed much today. Oh, that was nice. Nice bit of composure again there. Cannons off the face.
The wind's still definitely having an impact, and it's definitely not settling, but number 3 is now on this left side with the throw-in. Here's number 7.
Tell you what, that was close. He nearly bottled that then. I nearly saw his foot roll all the way over that. It's broken through now for the... Oh, that's a great save.
Well, it was a tame effort in the end. I think more power probably could have...
I think the keeper was in trouble there. He didn't look too confident going down.
Well, here's the number 7. Oh, chips past his man.
Lovely bit of skill there. Get past the number 3. Crosses the ball into the box. That's a great ball. Number 8 here. Picks the ball up. That's great defending. Michael Kerr there with the finish. I tell you what, we picked him out as the danger man for Queen's Grads at the start, and you can see why. Great composure, didn't stop, waited for the chance to finally fall to his feet. I have to say, some brave defending in there by Belfast, but nothing Michael couldn't handle, and he draws the level.
I mean, you can really see his experience, the way he's playing, the composure he's got in that little
There he is again, he's everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere, and the guy's a real player.
That's a great clip ball there out to number 8, but he's not quite going to make it as it rolls out for a goal kick. The Belfast ultras there behind the goal didn't look too impressed. I think I've seen a couple of them walking off.
Probably going for their half-time. Half-time, we're only about 15 minutes in here, but yeah, they might be getting a bit cold, and the wind might be taking effect on them as well. And well, they're standing under all the shelter they've got, really. There.
Yeah, fetching the jackets with the car, I think, as Belfast look to bring it forward again here.
It's a good
lovely ball out from the number 7.
Irish Ryan Fraser. It's fantastic there.
Number 3 looks to cross it, but he slides it down the line. Oh, that's a great turn there. Delivered into the box, cleared away by the Queen's Grads defence, and further blocked. I'll tell you what, this is a real 50-50 clash at the moment. You have to say, opening 5 or 10 minutes, you thought the Queen's Grads were on top, then Belfast got their goal. They really looked to settle into it. And one counter-attack by Queen's Grads and they were level. But you have to say now, it's anyone's game at the moment.
Absolutely. I think at the moment I probably do favour East Belfast. Just the spells of possession they've got and kind of the competence on the ball. I think Queen's Grads have got a lot of competence with their number 8, but apart from that, it's a bit sticky and they're not really getting many sequences together.
It's a poor ball there. It's ball on this side.
Oh, it's a good throw there to number 3. Number 3 gets...
This manager, I tell you what, the amount of calories he will burn during this fixture, I have not seen him stop moving so far. Bit of a scuffle there in the middle of the park as he clears it out to the wing.
The no-nonsense number 3 there.
No-nonsense number 3. The referee has pulled it up again here. He's not... This Queen's Grad is not having any of it. He has to be careful as he will find himself in the book soon. I've seen him on several occasions torture the referee. And here he goes again. I think the referee... This will be his final warning for dissent before he is booked.
Absolutely. It's number 7 again, the right winger who... could be in the bad books of the referee as East Belfast awarded another
great refereeing though, letting the game flow, not wanting to stop for too long, but just letting them know that the respect still has to be there as it's gone way over the top. Picked up again by Belfast on the wing. They look very dangerous this left side for East Belfast. There's another ball delivered into the box. The wind again playing havoc. Number 8 cannons it into the body of the Belfast midfielder as the right back looks to play a lovely ball down the side, which number 7 very quick in his feet there to get in front of the number 10.
Fantastic. I mean, he's a man.
Oh, that is a very poor back pass, but I tell you what, that is great defensive tackle there from the Belfast centre back. They were in real trouble there.
Well, number 4 certainly impressed me at the heart of the defence for East Belfast, and it's just another example of his class there.
Like comparison to Virgil van Dijk.
Oh, you're not far off. I think he's more of a Harry Maguire. I think he lacks in pace.
Oh.
But he's certainly got his head screwed on and he's good in the air.
Tell you what, this is another dangerous position here for Belfast with the free kick. Queen's Grads really need to sort out their challenges at the moment. Not to the referee's liking so far. Another dangerous position. Round the wall. Oh, I tell you what, that's not far away. Great effort there. The manager's in applause.
I tell you what, he's a very animated character, these Belfast manager.
He is.
Well, it seems that one of the fans has returned from the shops there in the background with his son. Hope they've picked up some goodies for half time.
I'm not quite sure where the shop is going to be situated here. I think it might be more of a local co-op than...
Absolutely, I don't see a high street anywhere.
No, I do not. No burger van on site either.
It's a good lifted pass out wide
to the
dangerous winger on this left side.
Made the most of the win there. Hasn't affected him too much, unlike their own goalkeeper. It's another good challenge in there by the East grad centre back.
Well, another throw in, and it's kind of a common theme now in this game where, the ball's going out of play a lot, and it's certainly in the air a lot too.
I hate to sound like I'm repeating myself, but like you just said, I said earlier about how the ball is in the air more than it is the ground. I think the ball might be out of play more than it is in.
Absolutely, but maybe a wind's got a part to play in that.
I think definitely. We've seen several long balls over the top by Belfast being held up by the wind.
Well, it's the Queen's Grad's goalkeeper now, the long boot forward, and it's number 10 who managed to retain possession out to 7, who looks a tricky player on the right hand side.
He does. I want a nice delivery into the box now. That's not bad, but it's not going to beat the first man again. You have to say, looks quite patchy, this pitch. Obviously, it's Sunday League, it's what we know and love, but it might be difficult for players to get their foot through the ball.
Well, I'm going to kind of put my opinion in now, and I think it's quite a good quality surface for a Sunday
definitely.
League game.
Good quality. I just think there's some areas where the grass is a little bit longer than they would have liked.
That might be true, but here at East Belfast, and it's intercepted once more, but it's a real clash here.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if this cameraman will end up with whiplash after this. The amount of times he's having to change direction, it's like watching tennis, not football.
Absolutely, it's number 7 who has the ball once again here. It's fantastic interchanging play, but it's the red man who slides in.
You have to say, you can see why they're giving away so many free kicks in dangerous positions, flying in with the slide tackles left, right and centre. There he is again, but this one is more well timed by the number 6.
Well, I imagine we'll see some cards later on in this clash, and hopefully it's not red, but the sequence of yellows are probably to follow now, and it looks like East Belfast have another free kick here on the edge of the area.
I'm really disappointed with Queen's Grad so far. Their composure in terms of challenging just isn't there for me, and it's almost like they've lost their heads a little bit. They're at 1-1. Michael Kerr put them back on level terms, but they keep giving away dangerous free kicks in these positions, Tom. They're going to find themselves behind soon.
Well, they certainly need to kind of contain the ball a bit more, and they're lunging in quite wildly, and they are giving away these set pieces that East Belfast can kind of make most of.
I tell you what, that was not far away. The manager, again, in disbelief. He can't believe these chances aren't going in. As the ball is delivered back into the box, headed away by the number 8 again.
Well, number 8 so far. I mean, we're only 20 minutes in, but he's an absolute man of the match candidate. He's been fantastic so far.
You have to say, if Queen's Grad's come out on top in this one, you will be voting him for man of the match so far.
Well, I think he's kind of just everything. He's the main man in this Queen's Grad.
He's holding it all together. He's the only one that's got some real composure, only one prepared to take the ball down at his feet and move it along.
6 who tries to intercept there, but number 10...
Dangerous opportunity Belfast here. Oh, it's going to run through his number 4, shepherds it back to his goalkeeper.
Another punt forward from...
So he's got the wind in his favour there, and that did go a long way, but nothing Queen's Grads could quite latch onto. Another ball over the top. That's broken free. Number 16 is able to clear it out to the number 7. Number 10. Back to number 7, some good play there. I tell you what, that's got to be a free kick. Yeah, right decision from the referee.
I think number 10 and number 7 have kind of developed quite a relationship so far in this game.
I'm liking this.
Number 10's not afraid to get his head up and knock it down for number 7. And if they can exploit that further, it could be a good way into the game for them.
Couldn't agree more. As Queen's Grads hoofed the ball in from the free kick, but the referee has blown up there, I think, for a push on the goalkeeper. Or particularly offside, as the number 7 looks to bring the ball up. The referee has a problem with that. Number 7 with an angry boot back to his keeper. They're not happy with the referee for his decision. I think the referee's just said you've got to move the ball back there. It wasn't quite where the free kick was given.
Well, number 8 is in possession of the ball.
That's a great ball over the top. Number 10,
Wow.
Queen's Grads, Garth Larkin. I have to say that is a great ball over the top by the number 10.
Absolutely. I mean, Garth Larkin, he certainly carries some timber, but he is an absolute unit up top. He's brilliant in the air. He's great at linking up with his wingers, and it's a deserved goal. And it's Queen's Grad seconds who are in the lead in this one.
You have to say it was either going to be the number 10 or the number 8 that played something in that, a part into that, and Garth Larkin was there to finish it off.
I certainly think a kind of the trio between the 10, the 8 and the 7 are absolutely fantastic for Queen's Grads, and if they're going to win this game, they've really got to work the ball in between those three guys because there's some talent in there.
Couldn't agree more. If they're going to win this game, it's definitely going to come from one of these three players.
The ball is with 11 on just about halfway. It's a Queen's Grads free kick as he looks to lump it forward. They've had less free kicks in this affair actually to East Belfast, so we don't really know what they're like at kind of exploiting these situations.
No, but they could use the win here as the ball does travel a long way. That's a great touch by the number 8.
Fantastic.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, that could prove pivotal in this game.
That really should have been 3-1 up. I can't believe he's missed that from all the composure we've seen from him so far. Similar position to where he scored his first, but couldn't quite stick it in the back of the net. I think you're right. I think that will prove to be a big impact in the final score.
Absolutely. I mean, they could have doubled their lead there, in the first half and tried to put the game to bed with that strike, but Kerr will be disappointed with that one.
Definitely.
It is again with Queen's Grads on the left-hand side. It's a throw-in here for the no-nonsense number 3.
He's going to be tired after this. The amount of throw-ins this lad has taken is unbelievable. It's a nice flick on, but the bald centre-back is there again to clear it. I feel a bit bad. What was his number again, was it?
Bald centre-back.
Yeah.
You see, I have not quite determined that myself so far.
Great goalkeeping there. I was going to say defence. It was more like defence from the East Grad goalkeeper.
We absolutely do.
That's an excellent volley pass out to the wing. I'm not 100% sure he meant that, but we'll give him the credit. The ball is cleared for another Belfast throw. End-to-end stuff here.
Absolutely. I honestly don't know which way this one's going to go now. I was kind of favouring East Belfast before, but Queen's Grads, with the attacking sequences going forward, have really impressed me in the last kind of 5 minutes. So, hopefully now East Belfast can find an equaliser and we're back to square one.
Couldn't agree more as they look to bring it back all square from this corner. It's a low-driven corner and it is blazed over, but I'm not sure the ball's going out here. It's not.
Well, I think the wind's had a massive effect
big
on
impact
that.
There. Could break loose. Oh, I tell you, I just done the same thing as the manager there. I jumped up in my seat. Couldn't believe that didn't quite fall for him, but Queen's Grads look to be breaking it. Oh, is that a cheeky nutmeg I see there?
Well, it's great composure there from number 11. We haven't actually seen too much of in this clash.
Oh, number 7, real tricky feet there, but luckily the number 8 recovers again. But number 9 here, down the side. Great ball into the box. I tell you what, that centre-back's there again. Mopping everything up so far.
Yeah, playing very well indeed. And, number 9 can't quite bring that one down. And, number 9's the focal point of this Queen's Grads team, but I haven't seen too much from him so far. It's kind of been number 10 in the middle and 7 out wide and 11 on the left. And I think 9 needs to get in the game a bit more.
I think he does.
Ball is out again towards the Queen's Grads goal. East Belfast has come away with it.
Excellent ball. I think that's the number 9 through again there. Shot. Oh, I tell you what a challenge that was. Goalkeeper made an absolute mess of that, but last throwing your body on the line.
Absolutely, it's
defending
the bravery you really want to see, and number 5 has just thrown his body in the way of that one because the goalkeeper was vulnerable.
It's an audacious attempt there from Belfast. It's not the sort of attempt you want to be seeing when you're 2-1 down and you're putting a bit of pressure on. You should really be trying to work the ball a bit better there.
Well, it's the Queen's Grad seconds goalkeeper who looks fairly elderly in age.
I think that's a little bit of a harsh comment to make there, but maybe that is why he's dropped a few of these. Maybe he might have the experience, but he might not have the athleticism anymore.
Yeah, I think obviously in terms of distribution, I think age has not really had an impact. He can certainly boot that ball forward.
Well, as I say, age is just a number, and the East Grads goalkeeper is showing us a great example of that at the moment as number 9. Ooh, I tell you what, that could have been a swift boot to the head there if he wasn't careful. More action on the sideline here as the Reds versus Blues. Red looks... Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game as East Belfast come back to danger of the ball going off the pitch there.
Yeah, I couldn't even see number 7.
See, look at that. Age before beauty, as they say, is the Queen's Grad goalkeeper is there again to mop things up.
Well, he must be a leader in the dressing room, the Queen's Grad's goalkeeper. He looks like he's got some experience behind his belt, and well, he's actually impressed so far on most occasions. Just a few spillages with the ball in his gloves, but distribution-wise, very good, and he's making the most of the wins here.
Nothing he can't handle at the moment, except the ball on a couple of occasions. So that probably wasn't a very valid point from me there. But we move as Queen's Grad look to deliver the ball into the box. The referee is really keen on telling the number 7 where the ball is placed here as he looks to deliver one into the box.
Yeah, it looks like the referee has a slight agenda against the number 7. It must be something he's saying to him. I mean,
agreed. Turn on the shot. Oh, I tell you what, that's whiskers away.
Well, it's number 9 who said needed to kind of get in the game more, and he certainly has with that strike.
Again, terrible. I maybe he did mean that, but so far I'm still not impressed with the distribution from the Belfast goalkeepers. Again, it's along the floor. Tell you what, if the number 6 there in the middle of the park had managed to take that down, he's in danger of shooting from that distance. With the wind, that could have carried the ball into the back of the net.
Absolutely. I certainly think if you were to merge the kind of skill sets of the two goalkeepers together with the distribution of the Queen's Grad's goalkeeper and the kind of the handling and the athleticism of the East Belfast goalkeeper, you'd have some
goalkeeper on your hands.
And they'd probably make it into the first team.
They probably would.
Out wide again to the tricky left winger of East Belfast. Looks to cut inside as always and finds the fullback, but it's dispossessed.
Number 8 plays it out to the number 7.
Oh, and number 10 can't quite latch onto that one as East Belfast come away with the ball, and it looks like a counter-attack's on here.
Shot, again, good handling from the Queen's Grad's goalkeeper, and another excellent kick up the pitch. Number 7 looks to get on the end of this one, but can't quite get there as I think the wind takes that one out of play.
Well, it's the East Belfast manager with his head in his hands at the moment, and in kind of despair as he believes the side probably should be within it.
I have to say I'm agreeing with him. They should be in front. They've had the better of the opportunities. They just haven't tested the goalkeeper as much as they probably would have liked.
I do think they should try and exploit the goalkeeper more with kind of long-range efforts and just try and work the ball into those corners of the net, because I certainly think it's there for the taking.
You have to say it is their own doing that they're behind. That second goal for Queen's Grads really was poor decision-making from East Belfast. Perhaps the number 7 got a little bit too angry, booting the ball back to his goalkeeper, who then another shoddy bit of distribution gifted the ball to Queen's Grads, and they were able to play the ball through, and Kerr was able to tap it in.
Well, here's number 3 with the ball on the left-hand side, the no-nonsense man himself. He fires it forward to number 8, who works it to 7, who might try and shoot.
I tell you what, a little bit of a better touch. That was dangerous there. East Belfast look ready to mop up again as they play the ball back down the line.
Yeah, well, it's number 4 in the way there again, and as I said earlier on, he's a very, very strong defender with a big frame, and he's definitely getting in the way of a lot of effort.
Here, there, and everywhere. Number 8 now loses out to the Belfast defence as he is in chase, but I'm not sure he's quite going to win this race as number 7 looks to take it past the no-nonsense number 3, cutting inside, switches on there, so lovely ball out, but it's a great challenge from the Queen's Grads right back there.
Absolutely crunching challenge, and well, I don't know if it was studs up, but he certainly won the ball there, so really good.
Once again, the Belfast goalkeeper testing if there is any air in the ball. The answer is yes, and it's not quite helping his distribution, although that was a better effort there.
Yeah, as number 4 fouls his man just past halfway as East Belfast have another set-piece opportunity here, and well, it's the ball centre-back who's waving his hands in the air. I don't know if he's going to try and get forward for this one.
It looks to be just standing in front of the ball. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of him being there is.
Absolutely not. I think he's working his way now into the box. Certainly a big target, so hopefully he can try and
so looks to be something off the training ground. There's a lot of communication between the set-piece taker and the sidelines as he curls one into the box, deep in, and number 16 is there to clear away. Perhaps had a little bit more time on his hands there than he might have originally thought as number 7 hopes the ball clear, but the linesman there is adamant that the ball had already gone out of play for a Belfast throw.
Well, the ball is returned to the sideline as number 7 has thrown it into play.
And he's got past his man again there. I think that's going to be a corner ball.
Well, we know the threat that East Belfast have from set pieces as shown earlier on, and maybe an equaliser opportunity here.
Definitely, I think so. I think if they whip it into in towards the goalkeeper. If you crowd him as much as possible, there could be an opportunity here. But to do just that, and number 7 clears away at the front post. It's nice work on the edge of the box. You have to say that is a naughty challenge, but the referee sees nothing doing in that. I have to say, I think that was a foul personally.
I have to sternly disagree with the referee's decision there. I think number 10, as good as a player has been so far, he's misjudged that one, and it should have been a free kick.
None of the ball was won there. Yeah, that would have been a really dangerous position for Belfast. Maybe in the back of the referee's mind, he's thinking, I have given a lot of these already. Maybe I need to let 1 or 2 slide, or there's going to be some danger of biased shouting from the spectators.
Oh, and it's audacious there from
not quite sure what he was trying there.
And really nothing testing the
East Belfast defender, just making sure his pants and his shorts are in check there. Look ready to bring on a sub here in the first half.
That is an early substitution. Is it number 14 looks to come on, and hopefully he's tucked in his shirt properly now, because we don't want to be messing around with that once he's on the pitch.
I'm not quite sure who's come off for him now. I'm hoping we'll be able to figure this out at some point, but
yeah, well, we will.
I'll tell you what, that kick really held up in the air as the number 11 here looks to spread the ball to the number 7. Can he latch onto the end of it? Wow. Oh, that's another great chance. You have to say, Queen's grads should really be, well, 3 to the good by now at least.
Absolutely. I mean, it's very similar to the way that the number 8 dragged the ball wide earlier on, and really they should be making the most of these chances.
More poor distribution from the goalkeeper. I wonder if he can improve on this kick.
Well, we're still trying to work out who the number 14 has replaced on the field. We haven't seen him in shot yet. We're hoping that no one was injured for him to be forced on.
I have to say, but judging by where he's been placed, it's the number 7 that's come off.
You know what? I think you're right, and that would be a huge loss for
East grads really got Queen's grads. Sorry, I keep saying that. Got a real opportunity there, and if the number 14 isn't quite up to scratch, because that number 7 was causing problems down the wing.
He was a very tricky player, and actually I thought he was their main kind of source of scoring any goals. I think that he was really testing the left back, and in fairness, the no-nonsense left back, number 3, has actually been coping pretty well with him all game, and it's quite a good clash on that left-hand side.
He has, and perhaps that's led to the substitution. Maybe the number 14 has got something in his locker the number 7 didn't quite have.
It might just be that physicality, I think, Sam. I think, number 14 looks a bit stockier than number 7, and hopefully he can try and...
Similar heights, but yeah, I think you're right. I think there is a little bit more stock on the number 14.
Well, it's out now for an East Belfast goal kick. Just reading the sign there, the sponsor sign, David James Kerr. I wonder if he's related to the Kerr of Queen's Grass.
Perhaps that is a relation. Oh, it looks like we've got an injury here as the... Oh no, I believe that was half time.
That was half time, very quick, and we're off in the second half here as number 10 gets us underway. Queen's Grads ahead of the break. Good half from them in general, but really it was a very even affair, and it could have really been anyone's game in the first half.
I have to say I'm fancying him to take this at the moment. Queen's Grads looking a lot more composed, and I hate to say it again, I know he's got the wind in his side there, but this goalkeeper looks in danger of giving them another few opportunities, and I think if Kerr and the boys get their shooting boots on, I think East Belfast could be in trouble here.
I know it's almost a cliche, but I think the next goal is absolutely vital. It's number 9 trying to
whip it in. It's a great ball across, but there's no one there. It's going to be picked up on the far side here.
Number 7 is still in there, Sam.
Is he? Maybe he was reintroduced at half time. Maybe it was just a short break.
Yeah, you see, I think he's changed position. I think he's kind of gone into central midfield as number 14's taken his place on the right. So I wonder if at half time there's been amendments there. But I was very surprised to see number 7 go off in the first half, because he was a key man for them.
Absolutely, as East Belfast looked to have started off the better here in the second half. That's looped up. Number 8 here. Question of handball there, but I think he just about got away with it. Lovely header away. Wonderful touch from the number 8. And again, great composure, but that is an almighty hoof. That could clear the hedges, and it has. Fantastic. New balls, please.
Fantastic effort, and it's a thumbs up from the East Belfast gaffer. Well, the ball is with the Queen's Grads goalkeeper, who we know is good at distributing on most occasions so far in this game, as he's going to try and pick out that target man once again.
I have to say, look at his shirt rippling in the wind. He could be in some trouble here.
Wow, well, it's actually Queen's Grads against the wind in this half, so it might be beneficial for East Belfast. Queen's Grads with the ball, but it's intercepted again, and it's a bit of a ping pong there between
they've got to be careful. His number 10 latches onto this one. Number 7 looks to be making a dart run, but he's gone for goal himself.
It's not a bad effort.
No, not troubling the goalkeeper there.
Well, I think the goalkeeper positioned himself very well there, and he was able to claim it with ease as he pings it forward.
Tell you what, that is much better distribution. Didn't quite reach his target, but a lot closer than he was getting in the first half. Just shows how much of an impact that wind is having.
Well,
number 5, we have a number for our bald centre back. So finally, we will stop naming him by the amount of hair he has
on his scalp.
It's a lovely ball through, but no one's going to quite get on the end of that. I have to say, I am seeing number 14 over there on the right. I think you're right. I think number 7 has been repositioned into midfield.
So do I, and it's an interesting decision because maybe they believe he wasn't having too much luck out on that right side with the strength of the left back in number 3, and maybe putting him into the middle of the park and really try and orchestrate something through the middle in terms of attacking in this half.
I think perhaps what East Belfast have done is highlighted the danger of the number 8, and I think it's more of an equal match now that number 7 will be trying to get past him, as I don't think the East Belfast midfielder was having much luck in the first half.
Well, the whistle's been blown by the referee, and I'm not quite sure what he's actually.
Got a feeling he's blown for a foul throw there.
Well, it's something you do see at this level of football, and it's a real craft at a good old throw-in. So, well, he's perfected it there as it's nodded back on.
Perhaps it was he didn't take it where it was gone out of play there, because you shouldn't really allow them to have a second chance if there's a foul throw. That should automatically be back to the... Oh, that's a great finish. Stephen Garrett, number 14. If you talk about an impact sub, brought on just minutes ago, just before the end of the first half, and he's made an instant impact there. That's a great finish with the left foot.
Well, that's obviously why he's been brought on. I mean, we didn't see much of him when he did come on in the first half, but it's a fantastic strike, and East Belfast are back in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've done exactly what they've done in the first half. They've brought themselves back level, and you have to say, the tables are turning again. I feel like we could be in for a spell of East Belfast possession here.
Well, I mean, the ball's with the no-nonsense left back in number 3 as Queen's Grad's got a throw-in on this left-hand side, but it's very much an end-to-end game here, and I really can't call it.
No, I'm not quite sure what's going to be the final outcome of this. 2-2, great contest so far as the ball looks to be lumped. Oh, that's a bit of a poor kick there, but it is bounced through. Cleared away further as the number 7 looks to beat his man, but he doesn't quite get there. Oh, it's a lovely chop, but I think the number 7 is going to get there first, very strong. Comes away with the ball.
Well, that's the quality.
It's a lovely chip ball through to the number 9. Will he beat the keeper? No, he's out very quickly.
Close control of number 7 is absolutely fantastic, and that's why we've likened him to the likes of Ryan Fraser and players of that low centre of gravity.
You have to say, if more impressive performances like this could be earning the first team call-up. It's another delightful ball by the number 7 through to the 11. That's a great ball through, and
the manager's on the pitch.
I feel like the manager should be on the pitch.
Wow, I mean, it's a great sequence there from East Belfast.
It's really disappointing that no one's got on the end of that from East Belfast. They could have found themselves ahead there.
They've really turned it on in the second half, East Belfast, and it must be the manager and his assistant coach with the cigarette must have got them into gear, because
fetching green coat on this. I believe that is the assistant manager. They're matching his team. Perhaps that's the kick clash there between the manager and his own team.
Absolutely, it's those blue shorts that are helping East Belfast stand out.
Absolutely, as they come away with the ball here again.
Number 10 wide to number 11, and he's looking to shoot.
Oh, Lee Laverty.
Wow.
That is a great strike. Unbelievable. Towards the top corner. Perhaps the keeper made it look a little bit better. We take nothing away from the strike as his teammates come over to congratulate him, and East Belfast are taking the lead here.
I think you've got to give a lot of credit to number 10 in the middle of the park there, holding the ball up like he's been doing all game long, playing it out wide to Laverty, and it's a great strike.
That is a great strike.
Do you think the goalkeeper could have done better? We talked about his athleticism in the first half.
Perhaps could have done a little bit better. He did get a hand to it. I would have been very impressed if he had kept that out. It was a thunderous strike from Laverty there. Not quite sure. Even if he had been a little bit quicker in his reactions, he would have been able to stop it, just because of the pure power Laverty put behind that shot.
Well, it's lumped into the middle to number 7, who's a tricky player.
Great turn, but it's another good bit of defending there from the East Belfast centre-backs. Oh, his tries being a bit tricky there. Number 10 is not having any of that.
Looks as if it's going to be a Queen's Graz throw-in on the right-hand side.
No, I think the referee's changed his mind there.
It was
Oh,
definitely
he's not happy about that, the East Grass winger.
it was definitely contested, and the boy with the fruit shoes certainly not happy.
No, he's arms up in protest there. Look, hand on his head. He can't believe the decision that's just been made. Oh, there's more dissent here, this time coming from the number 8. He's not happy there. The referee again deciding to keep his cards in his pocket though.
Yeah, it's certainly been a highly contested game,
Cagey affair so far.
In terms of chances and obviously refereeing decisions, he's really been put under a lot of pressure in this one.
Has indeed, but I feel like he's handled it well. He's given the decisions he had to do, apart from that one in the first half where I think he missed an obvious free kick in a very dangerous position for Belfast. I think he's done well so far.
Well, Belfast have a throw-in on the right-hand side. It's the fullback who skips backwards into position to give it to number 8, but it's intercepted.
He's there again by the Queen's Grass number 8.
And well, he is a real stallion in the middle of the park.
I tell you what, I hope he's got the stamina to last the full 90 minutes because he could be a big game changer in this one.
Absolutely, if they're going to turn the game around, it's probably going to be orchestrated through the middle from number 8, who looks to get in.
Quick long throw here. Number 7 picks the ball up with a nice touch, but he can't quite get there, and it's a little bit of a scramble there. Yep, Laverty's brung that away.
Here is the number 14, the
Super
impactful substitution, plays it forward.
Oh, that's a lovely ball, that.
Number
Out
10.
to the side, holds the ball up again. Number 7 now, I'd like to see him hit this. Oh,
it's venomous, but it's off target, and number 10 contests for it.
Oh, I tell you what, that's... I think the referee's given handball there, perhaps.
It's definitely pulled back for something. Could have even been an offside there, but number 10's strength really proving well in the second half, and it's been massive for them.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. Half an hour left in this one.
Still all to play for, but Queen's Grass really need to pick up their momentum in this one at the moment. It is East Belfast who've completely changed the game and turned it around in the opening 15 minutes.
I'd say very impressive. Number 7 again there, winning his header against a man. Got at least 2 inches on him.
That's fantastic. 14 again, skipping past his man.
Oh, he looks a real player, this number 14.
Some real skill as he looks to have. Has he won the free kick on that far side?
I think he has, and again, the referee is not happy here. Number 7 going over in protest.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to mess with number 7. He looks a real tricky character. But he's made friends again with number 6. Hopefully that won't
Not quite sure, that might have been an off-the-ball incident we didn't see there.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too much trouble so far. Well,
number 14 looks to be hacked, I would say, from behind there, but nothing doing. The throw is given. I feel like if that is not a free kick, that is not a throw to East Belfast. But we carry on.
Fantastic work from number
Great footwork from number 8 yet again. Real player in this one as he lunges in there on the number 7, but just gets the better of him. Queen's Grass look to bring the ball away now. Oh, it's a great challenge, and it's broke here for the number 9. Good footwork on the side. So, I said brilliant effort, and he gets the applause from the managers on the sideline.
I mean, the facial reactions just prove how venomous that shot really was, and a couple of inches to the left, and they could have been 40.
You hate to say it, but the Queen's Grass goalkeeper was nowhere near that. If that was on target, that you have to say that would be flying into the bottom corner.
Absolutely, he didn't even kind of make a dive for it. He kind of just left it be, but maybe
that is his experience.
Direction of the ball.
He knows where the goal is. It's an audacious lob attempt that's well over.
Well, the assistant coach for East Belfast certainly happy in the second half. He's clapping his hands, and compared to his actions in the first half, he's certainly not happy with his side.
Yeah, you can't blame him really. East Belfast has been performing very well in this second half. We haven't really seen... Well, I don't think we have seen the Belfast keeper been tested so far this half.
Absolutely not, and they just can't seem to break down the defence of East Belfast, who, is powered by that number 4 and the number 5 at the back. Really been solid, especially in the second half.
You have to say, I think, fit aside our Belfast here, it looks like Queen's Grass are tiring. The energy they had at the start of the first half is slowly fading away, and it's another silly challenge there. But 2 Belfast men are on the floor here. Perhaps that was an off-the-ball collision by the 2, or perhaps Queen's Grass have just wiped out 2 Belfast players in a row there.
Well, scarily for East Belfast, it's number 7 who's on the deck, and he's returned to his feet.
He's got back up now, but it looks more serious for the other player on the deck. Can't quite make out who that was.
I think it's the fullback number 3 actually for East Belfast, who's clashed with number 7.
Looks to be holding his arm there.
Yeah, hopefully.
Perhaps he just got a stud to the arm there. fair play as the East Belfast man kicks the ball back to the goalkeeper.
Well, here is the experienced goalkeeper for Queen's Grads with the ball on his line, looking to boost it forward. We know what he can do from a goal kick. It's a good punt from him, but the wind will challenge it once more. He's headed forward from the Belfast.
A lot better than the Belfast goalkeeper was in the first half. Though he is clearing the ball into the air. As number 7 keeps on there with a great bit of pace, but no one's going to quite get on that. But he's got in there again. He's looking dangerous, this number 7. He's trying to rally his team together.
Absolutely, and his skills being celebrated there from the free shoot boy. He's got his hands in the air as he's supporting his team.
He's found its way through there to the number 9. Again, very well contested by the Queen's Grads goalkeeper. Out quick once again, like we've seen him do so many times as he clears it for a corner.
Well, the ball is at the corner flag now as the set piece specialist steps up for this one. Can they double?
So an excellent delivery into the box, but it is headed on by a defender there.
Well, one of the spectators acting as a ball boy there to get the ball back in play for the substitute number 14 on the right side.
I've seen him do a couple of long throws. I think this would be another one of them.
He's rolled the ball on his t-shirt.
No, he's opted to go short.
To dry it up. And
that's really poor there.
Did not make the most of it, and you could see at the left of the frame there, the manager was not happy with that one.
He wasn't indeed.
Here's number 6, the man who kind of sits behind number 8 in that midfield. It's almost a diamond of sorts.
Another important player there, number 6. He's mopped up on a few occasions.
Certainly an anchor type player for Queen's Grads. But number 11 has whipped it into the middle.
Dangerous ball there.
And
I think that's gone out for a goal kick as the number 14 can't quite get on the end of it.
Well, just looking at the scenery here, I mean, we know we're in Belfast, but it's certainly a nice country kind of setting for a game like this. And it's a shame about the wind, really.
Yeah, the wind having, as we've said on several occasions, quite a big impact on this one. Trees don't seem to be blowing too much, but when you see the flags and the corner flags and the Union Jack, they are blowing around quite a lot. It shows the wind has been picking up the whole game as the number 8 looks to get them away quicker, but the referee is having words here with 2 of the Belfast players. They've just got to keep their heads cool as they are ahead here, and they do look to be the more dangerous of the two sides. You'd hate to see them lose their head and perhaps give something away like they did in the first half.
You know, they're a goal to the good, and they certainly don't want to let those levels drop. And number 8's got a set piece here on, well, just outside the D. He's going to look for the head of number 5 or number 4, I presume.
You have to say they are the obvious targets in the area. Almost gone for goal there. Can't quite believe what he was trying there. I don't know if he's just caught that wrong or he's trying to catch the slightly elderly keeper off guard. As we've seen, he's not making many diving attempts so far, so perhaps that's what was running through the head there.
That's what I was going to say. I think they're just trying to test this goalkeeper, and as we said at half-time, maybe the managers kind of picked that out and told the team about the weakness they potentially got. But talking about the win once again, I mean, you could say it's played a huge part as it favoured Queen's Grass in the first half, who went up at the break, and then it's favoured East Belfast in the second half, who scored 2 goals.
Absolutely. I'd say Belfast are getting no joy with the through balls at the moment. Their goalkeeper is always out very quickly, well positioned off his line to make sure he gets there first. I think I was right, and me and you were both right in saying that they need to test the goalkeeper a bit more, because in terms of shot stopping, he's not been as good as he has been in terms of his clearing the ball. So,
well, if I'm completely honest with you, Sam, I mean, I haven't seen the Queen's Grass goalkeeper make one save in this game so far.
No, we haven't. We've seen him spill the ball a couple of times. I will recall perhaps one save in the first half, but you know, it was one that you expected him to make. I perhaps gave him a bit more credit than I should have done.
Absolutely, it's more just being the finishing of East Belfast, you know, playing it.
You have to say poor finishing
a lot of the time.
Especially Queen's Grads, though, in the first half, several chances. They could have been 3 to the good, but now they find themselves behind. It's flicked on there. Oh, that's a real goalmouth scramble there. Number 7. Oh, it's cleared off the line.
It's a fantastic, almost goal line clearance there from Queen's Grads, and the number 3 has really kept them in the game.
That epitomises Sunday League football, that clip just there. If we look at the last 20 minutes of this one, Belfast look to extend their lead, but they're not going to with passes like that, as it is hoofed clear again by Queen's Grad. Oh look, there is another side of the pitch. We almost forgot what it looked like as Belfast have been dominating the second half.
Absolutely. As you said before, it looks as if the Queen's grads have just kind of run out of steam, but I see number 12's made his way onto the field, a substitution for them, and maybe he can implement some energy.
Yeah, perhaps he can make a difference in the second half as Queen grads look to be tiring here and they don't look to be posing as much danger as they did in the first half.
Well, the number of fans in that kind of caged area over on the far side certainly reduced in the second half. I don't know whether they're annoyed Queen's grad supporters, but I think there were 6 or 7 of them at the beginning of the game. There's 3 sat in there now.
Well, that is disappointing to see. Perhaps they've moved behind the goal, which we haven't seen for some time.
Looks like we might get a
glimpse of it here, but number 6, did we say? Was it number 6 or was it number 4? Should we just revert to ball centre back? Clears it away, but it looks like it has been given for a free kick here for a high boot indicated by the referee. And Absolutely. There they are behind the goal.
The Ultras, they're out in force and they've really been a key part of this game, driving on these Belfast boys.
You've got to clear the first man there. They're not going to create any chances with crosses like that. Number 14 there again to try and clear it up. But the ball centre back is there again as he hoofs it clear. That one has gone out as indicated by the linesman on the far side.
I will give a special mention to the ball centre back. I mean, we're kind of referring to him.
I do feel a little bit bad, but he has had a terrific performance so far.
You know, he might not have any hair, but he's got a lot of skill, a lot of passion.
Indeed, I couldn't agree more. That is a great bit of analysis there. It has caused a few chuckles in the commentary box, but you have to say he's had a really impressive performance so far. And one of the reasons East Belfast are still ahead here because, well, I mean, they've not been letting much through at the back so far, and that is largely down to the ball centre back.
Absolutely, his pair at the back in number 4 has been fantastic.
There is the first card of the game. The referee has finally had enough. I think that was for dissent again there.
You know what, with 70 minutes played, seeing the first card at this stage of the game is actually quite surprising with the amount of challenges that have gone in.
You have to say he's spoken to a few players, and I think that might have just been the final straw there. Number 7 looks to deliver this one into the box. Wind against him again here.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky to get any velocity in the air with this kick as it comes back.
That's a great ball into the box. Number 8 there on the spin. Oh, he can't quite connect to it. You have to say, of all we've seen from the number 8 so far, you really expected him to latch onto that and power that past the goalkeeper, but
Absolutely
nothing quite doing there.
I certainly feel for the number 8 in this game. He's been an absolute bowler of a player. He's been fantastic in the middle of the park, an orchestrator.
Oh, wow, that is a very poor, and he's taking it past the goalkeeper. Referee, anything doing there? I'm not sure he's given anything. Wow. From the reaction of the East Belfast coach, gave it away there. The goalkeeper perhaps lucky to get away with that one.
Absolutely. I mean, he's caught completely out of position. He's taken out his man. And quite frankly, I'm surprised that hasn't been given for a free kick.
You have to say, if the referee has seen something we hasn't, and there was no contact there, I hope the Belfast player was given a yellow card there, because if there is no contact, that is a disgusting dive. As the number 7 here looks to go through. Oh, it's just wide.
It is inches, similar to the second half. You know, these efforts, they're just going inches wide, and East Belfast really should have by now doubled their lead because they've been fantastic in the second half.
Couldn't agree more. I think the ball was actually rolled away by the wind there as the Queen's grads goalkeeper repositions there. As again, it's another good kick against the wind. He's almost clearing the halfway line. You have to say that would be very impressive with the wind against him there.
Well, it looks as if the coach on the far side for the Queen's grads team's getting quite frustrated now at the sequences of play. The ball's just not being kept on the deck, and they're not really getting anywhere.
Clear the hedges several times this game. I hope they've got a lot of balls in stock because I'm not sure if there's anyone retrieving them over the far side. But
I mean, in the first half, they were exploiting the wings. Number 7, number
crunching
11.
Tackle there. Nothing given by the referee, and rightly so. That was an excellent challenge. Sorry to interrupt you there, but couldn't ignore that beautifully timed sliding tackle there.
Whereas number 4 is going to take the throw in on the far side.
Referee's not happy again here with one of the players. Not quite sure who he's calling over.
Well, number 7 again, kind of giving it to the referee. He looks.
It's the bald centre back, I think, who's trying to draw the attention to. Yeah. Number 5.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone down. Maybe that is.
This is not what we want to see. It seems to be a problem with his calf, I think, at the back of his
calf or hamstring, something. Yeah, definitely. You have to say that would be a big miss for East Belfast if he's forced off through injury.
Absolutely. I mean, he's the kind of key
Can't
man
quite
in
see.
the
I think
heart of
I
their
just saw him
defence.
there. I think he's got up and he's recovered well. Yeah, there he is. Good to see that.
I'll tell you what. I mean, man of the match candidates. We've got number 8 for Queen's Grads with the opening goal of the game, and then we've got the bald centre back of East Belfast, who has been fantastic.
Oh, there's another card there. This time for number 6.
Yeah, it's
Queen's Grads.
The anchor of Queen's Grads, and he was bound to get his name in the book. He's really been lunging in all game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there. That is a mammoth. Oh, it's a shot there, but nothing there. Queen's Grads keeper can't deal with there.
It looks as if number 15 here on the near side for East Belfast is going to enter the field of play. He's just getting his instructions from the smoking assistant coach. Number 5 here.
Almost getting in the way there, the substitute. Number 7 is in a dangerous position here. Number 8 is screaming for the ball to be played, but that's an excellent ball. Excellent cover in there from the number 12.
Well, it's still in possession here for Queen's Grass.
Number 7 at the far post. Oh, I think that was just blocked there, or did he just get the shot wrong? I think he does.
Well, I think the shot's on target. I think it's parried away and, well, very, very close.
Hoofed up again. I think the number 15 has made his way onto the field now.
Yeah, it looks like a physical kind of substitution. They might think they're one ahead and they want to kind of see the game off now. He looks like a big lad, and I'm not actually too sure who's come off, but we'll find out.
I think I have to say, from what I've seen, it's the number 6 that's gone off there. But I have to say, for East Belfast, I think it might be number 5, the bald centre-back that has left the field of play after picking up a knock earlier on. Because I can't quite see number 15 further up the pitch. It's very stop-start at the moment. The referee's starting to give a lot more decisions. This game's getting a little bit more scrappy.
You see, I have actually picked out number 15. I think he might be playing left wing, actually. I think it might be number 11 who's come off, and number 5, the bald centre-back, I believe, is still on the field of play.
I still can't see him anywhere, though. We'll have to see if he's gone into the box, because
he's probably gone up for the set piece.
Because number 10 looks to have dropped into the centre-back position here. Perhaps that is a tactical substitution, because if number 5 isn't in the box yet, I think he is off the pitch.
I think you're absolutely right.
You have to say, you can't see him there. Oh, that's a volley. Oh, he's hit the bloke on the deck there. Keep up. Safe hands.
Well, it's a brave performance all in all from the bald centre-back. He's gone off, but he's played an absolutely vital part in the potential victory of this game.
I mean, there's probably just over 15 minutes to play here, but he's still a man of the match contender for me. We'll have to see how the rest of the game pans out, but for me, he's number 1 at the moment. Number 8 has impressed me, and if he helps his side turn this one around, I think he will be up there as well. That's a lovely ball out to the number 7. I don't think he's going to get there. No, he does. Shows great pace. Whips the ball back into the box. Oh, that's not far away.
I'll tell you what, the curl he can get on his right foot on that left side, number 7, is
excellent.
Fantastic.
It's definitely a both-footed player.
Absolutely, because we saw him on the right-hand side using his left foot.
We did.
In the first half, and he's kind of switched flanks this time round, but fantastic on both feet.
Here he is again.
Out wide.
It's a lovely ball through to the number 11. Oh, just missed time there.
Perhaps not, but a good idea once more, and he's looking to get things going and trying to see off this game. Maybe if East Belfast can get themselves
that's an audacious attempt. Oh my word, that was not far away as it crashes off the East Belfast Working Men's Club sponsor badge there. Tell you what, that was not far away. On the full volley, that would have been contender for Puskas Award, I think, if that had flown in the back of the net.
Well, I think the Working Men's Club will be looking forward to getting the boys in after the game. It looks as if they're on to victory here. And
they are at the moment. An impressive performance in this second half. As we mentioned earlier, the Belfast goalkeeper not being troubled here.
Absolutely not. I mean, he's hardly been in action at all.
Oh, that's great skill for 14 to knock it down the wing. Can there be delivery into the box? That's a poor attempt in the end. As the number 11 looks to launch the ball up to the number 7. I was going to say that's got to be offside there.
See, number 7 there, he's a good player. He's got to time his run there because he's offside by a couple of metres.
I was going to say, I think he's just lost track of the line there. Just got to keep an eye out because, again, another danger man for Queen's Grass, and you have to say if they're going to get an equaliser in this, it probably will come from him or the number 8 so far from what we've seen.
Oof, brave header from number 8.
But he's totally mistimed that. He's won it back. The signs of a great player. He mistimes one, but he wins it back again, and his side can now break away with the number 7. That's an excellent ball down the line. That's going to be tightly contested, but that is an unreal challenge, I think, from the player that's just entered the field.
Well, even in potential defeat for Queen's Grads, I'll definitely vouch for number 8 as man of the match, Kerr. He's been
Couldn't agree
absolutely
more. I
fantastic.
think he'll be getting himself called up to the first team anytime soon.
Headed away from the substitute in number 14 as he looks to get the ball going once more.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. A little bit of a bundle going on.
The referee has indicated a throw in to East Belfast on the right-hand side.
You have to say, 15 minutes left in this one. I can see Belfast coming away with all 3 points.
Absolutely. I think Queen's Grads in the second half have posed no real threat. The likes of number 10, who was so instrumental in the first half, really hasn't got involved in the second half.
No, I'd say the first half when I saw them go into the lead, I really thought they would take this game by the handle and really push on and score a few more, but the second half has been poor. Another excellent challenge there. Crashes off the railings into the hands of the no-nonsense number 3. But it looks like number 4's got a bit of a throw on him here. He's been entrusted with the duties. Here he is about to launch it into the box. It's a great throw. Flicked on by the number 8 to the number 12, but he can't quite get there. But the Belfast keeper has spilled that. Perhaps he's got some cold hands. He hasn't touched the ball so far in this half.
I know we're trying to keep warm in the climate that we're in at the moment. Hopefully he's tested here to get him in the game a bit more. It's going to be whipped in now from the set-piece specialist in number 6. It's a good ball once again. And
keeper's rushing out, but he's not quite made that. Cleared off the line there.
Tell you what, he risked that a lot.
He did risk that. Oh, number 7, this is a great chance if he can find the right ball. Perhaps held on for too long there as the number 12 clears his lines, but it's played out here. Oh, it can't be kept on by the number 3.
Well, I think number 7 really needed to release it quicker there. He's looking for his runner and maybe he just couldn't find it, but he should have launched one.
No, there was plenty of opportunities there, I think.
It's that positional switch. Sure. Instead, he's gone into the middle of the park and he's looking for those long balls, but he's really more instrumental out wide, I'd say.
Definitely, I think that's not a poor decision by the Belfast manager, but I feel like he's just got too many good wingers because number 14 hasn't had a bad place. But that's a terrible back pass, and number 9 is in here. He's taking it around. That has to be it. Surely that's been given.
Well, we've had one of
these already. Indicating for a red. Will it be given? It has. Wow, absolute carnage here is that Queen's Grad goalkeeper has received a red card for clearing out the East Belfast striker there. I can't quite believe what I've just seen.
You know what, I've got to be brutal and say that the Queen's Grad's goalkeeper has been a real weakness in their side the whole game, and this was something that was potentially going to happen, especially with what happened about 10-15 minutes ago. He actually escaped a potential red card again.
With about 10 minutes left here, this could be a real game changer, as Queen's Grad would have looked to see. And it is the number 7 who will be stepping up and going in goal as he changes shirts now.
Remember, he's taller than the current Queen's Grad's goalkeeper, so he might have a bit better reach, but certainly not what Queen's Grad wants.
You have to say, a real danger man there. No, it's not number 7. I'm sorry, there's 2 bald players. Perhaps we've been getting that wrong all game.
You know what?
Case of mistaken identity.
I did think that was number 7, and I didn't actually know there was another bald player.
There was another one. Number 7 was the smaller one.
Well, he's hanging his head in shame there. The Queen's Grad's goalkeeper. It's been a horror performance, I hate to say. It was a free kick. I thought that was a penalty.
No, that was outside the box.
Wow, well, that's a big one. I mean, we know what number 10 can do.
Perhaps the unfavourable goalkeeper here won't be able to deal with this, as they definitely look like they'll be lining up to shoot. And why wouldn't you? Right on the edge of the box. Queen's Grad's down to 10 here. I'd favour number 7 here, but it looks to be the other player that's going to curl it over the wall. And that's not a bad effort. I'd say that was a few inches wide there.
Tell you what, some great conviction there. It's just the accuracy that's let him down, but it was a real good strike. Punted forward from the number 3. And
you really don't favour Queen's Grads anymore, do you? As the number 7 finds himself through and goal here. That left foot, he strikes it. I tell you what, that was a brave effort by I'd say the Queen's Grads goalkeeper, but it's not. The Queen's Grads winger has pulled out a brave effort there, going in with his feet. And
always punted it at his own teammate, but it's actually favoured them.
It's getting a little bit cagey this game now. These last few minutes might get a bit brutal here.
Number 11 attempts the nutmeggers.
Number 3 plays it over. I thought that was going to be a great ball, but striker not happy with the service there.
Well, I certainly think they can get between the centre-backs and knocking those through balls in.
Yeah, they got through again there as the number 11. Oh, I tell you what, that's not good decision-making there, and he puts his hand up in apologies.
Yeah, he knows he just hasn't queued that one up properly, and it was a real horror strike.
You have to say, if East Belfast weren't in the lead there, that could have been a real game changer, not playing that. And I'm seeing another game in the background there, but he's got the better of him there. Takes around him, the substitute, number 15, takes around 3 players. You have to say, where's the shot? The manager's well on the pitch. He knows he should have shot for him.
The decision-making there from the substitute was
3 opportunities to get a shot away there, and you have to say that should have been 4-2.
Well, the assistant coach is raging on the sidelines, and 15 really should have got that in the back of the net.
15 getting the better of the Queen's Grad centre-back, and you have to say, he really should have put that away. As the goalkeeper is unable to take the goal kick, it will be the duty of the centre-back. Number 14 here picking the ball up for East Belfast. That's a lovely cut inside there, and it's played through to the number 11, and he tucks it past the keeper. Excellent finish. Laverty with his second goal of the game. Excellent finish.
Got to give Laverty credit as well. We've been crediting.
Is there a fight?
Number 8's not.
Number 8 is not happy there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. That seems to be an off the ball. Well, definitely off the ball. They were celebrating. I'm not sure if perhaps one of the Belfast players ran into him there, and number 8 didn't like that at all.
Well, I think the Queen's Grads guys are just frustrated at this point in the game. The Belfast boys were celebrating, and number 8 was not happy about that one bit. And, a bit of an off the ball incident there.
I wonder what the referee's going to do here. He's calling some players over. It still looks to be getting quite heated. Number 7 there, squaring up to the number 8.
Absolutely, 2 of the players of the game, number 7 of Belfast and 8 in Kerr of Grads, both squaring up.
Clash of the Titans there, but you have to favour, if there was going to be a fist fight, you'd have to favour number 8 just because of the reach he's going to have on the number 7.
Absolutely, but that pure aggression of number 7 is a real character. He's got a lot of feistiness about him, and I would not want to square up to him.
That is a very good point. You do have to take that into consideration. Number 8 seems to be the peacemaker here, even though it was him that was involved in the original incident. He didn't look to be instigating any of the drama, and he's quite happy for his team to kick off and try and find a way back into this game. But you have to say, in the closing stages, we're only with 3 minutes from time here. You have to say, I think that the Queen's Grads second team, I think they're out of this contest now, don't you think, Tom?
Well, they're out of the contest and they're out of breath. The fitness in the second half has just been abysmal.
It has indeed. I couldn't agree more. And that is a nasty challenge there.
They're late to every ball.
They're late,
They're in the second team for a reason, because they're second to none in terms of fitness. It is dreadful.
2 goals down. That is, it's just decisions like that is just poor. And East Belfast have had enough. The number 7 in particular is really disappointed with some of the challenges that are flying in here from Queen's Grads.
Well, I certainly think Queen's Grad in the first half, and I've definitely criticised them in the second half, but first 45 minutes, these guys were playing some fantastic football. It's a shame that, the fitness and the stamina just couldn't be continued for the full 90.
Couldn't agree more as the ball's come through here. The keeper, he's made a hash of that. He spilt that. Number 14 on the far side looks to lob him.
Absolutely.
That's a great goal. Garrett with his second of the game.
Absolutely.
Excellent finish, up to the delight of the East Belfast manager. That is an unbelievable finish. The audacity to have a go from there on that angle on his left foot. What a player.
I'll tell you what, the red card's proved a real turning point.
It has indeed.
The East Belfast boys have run away with it. 3 goals up now, 5-2. And what a game we've been commentating on today.
Absolutely. You have to say, if the number 14 had been on the pitch the full game, this could have been a very different affair.
Absolutely. We kind of criticised that substitution initially because we thought number 7 was going off.
We did.
He stays on.
What an impact.
What
an impact he's had. Queen's Grass, I think they're just going to look to...
Might be the last kick of the game.
This could be one of the last ones, you're right, I think. Certainly one of the last chances it will be for Queen's Grads to get a consolation, but the number 7 still talking to the referee. He's not been having his performance today.
I think we've got a boy trying to balance.
Oh dear, he's not done that well. That could have been a nasty ankle injury. Number 8 there, that could be on you being framed if you're not careful. Number 3 there, coming away the ball, happy to clear it up to number 11. It would. Number 7 here. Could he get his goal? No. Cleared away.
It's all gone wrong for Queen's
It
Grass in the
has.
second half,
Oh, it was
including
getting
their ball
offside
boy.
there.
Really needs to improve his balance.
That was a poor from him. I think he's just realised he's been caught on camera as well.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that. And I'm sorry about that little fella, but that will stay on.
East Belfast could add another here. If he's going to pull the trigger, it is blocked.
Away
Will they get time for the corner?
No,
they will. It's all over. That is East Belfast 5, Queen's Grads 2. An emphatic second half performance there.